Today we are going to learn about the biggest football tournament in the whole world, the FIFA World Cup. This tournament is so famous that billions of people watch it on TV. Entire countries stop working to watch their team play. Let's find out everything about it, who started it, when it began, and who are the biggest winners. The FIFA World Cup was first held in 1930. The person who created the World Cup is called Jules Rimet. He was the president of FIFA, which is the organization that controls football all over the world. In 1928, FIFA decided to organize their own international tournament because football was becoming very popular. They chose Uruguay as the first host country because Uruguay had won the Olympic football tournament twice and they were celebrating 100 years of independence in 1930. There was a big problem though. Europe was very far from Uruguay. It was a long and expensive boat trip across the Atlantic Ocean. No European country wanted to send their team only 2 months before the tournament. No one had signed up. But Jules Rimet convinced 4 European teams to come: Belgium, France, Romania, and Hungary. In total, only 13 teams came to the first World Cup. 7 teams were from South America, 4 from Europe, and 2 from North America. The first World Cup had a simple format: 4 groups, then semi-finals. Uruguay won the first World Cup. They beat Argentina 4-2 in the final. Imagine being there. Only 13 teams in Uruguay became the very first champions. Over the years, the World Cup has changed a lot. In 1934, Italy hosted and 16 teams played for the first time. In 1938, France hosted with 15 teams. In 1942 and 1946, no World Cup happened because of World War II. In 1950, Brazil hosted with 13 teams again. From 1954 to 1978, 16 teams played. In 1982, Spain hosted and the number grew to 24 teams. From 1998 to 2022, 32 teams played. From 2026 onwards, 48 teams will play. That's a huge change. So you can see the World Cup just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Have you seen the World Cup trophy? It is made of solid gold and weighs about 6 kilograms. The original trophy was called the Jules Rimet Trophy. Brazil won it forever in 1970 after winning their 3rd World Cup. A new trophy was made in 1974. This is the one we see today. The trophy shows 2 athletes holding the world in their hands. It is one of the most famous trophies in sports. Now let's talk about the biggest question: which country has won the most World Cups? Only 8 countries have ever won the World Cup in history. Here are the champions. Number 1, Brazil with 5 titles. Brazil won in 1958, 1962, 1970, 1994 and 2002. Brazil is the only team that has played in every World Cup. They are the most successful team in history. Number 2, Italy with 4 titles. Italy won in 1934, 1938, 1982 and 2006. Number 2, also Germany with 4 titles. Germany won in 1954 as West Germany, 1974 as West Germany, 1990 as West Germany and 2014 as Unified Germany. Number 3, Argentina with 3 titles. Argentina won in 1978, 1986 and 2022. They are the current champions. Number 3, also France with 2 titles. France won in 1998 and 2018. Number 3, also Uruguay with 2 titles. Uruguay won in 1930 and 1950. Number 4, England with 1 title. England won in 1966. Number 4, also Spain with 1 title. Spain won in 2010. Here is the complete list of every World Cup winner. In 1930, Uruguay won, beating Argentina. Host was Uruguay. In 1934, Italy won, beating Czechoslovakia. Host was Italy. In 1938, Italy won again, beating Hungary. Host was France. In 1942 and 1946, no World Cup happened because of World War II. In 1950, Uruguay won, beating Brazil. Host was Brazil. In 1954, West Germany won, beating Hungary. Host was Switzerland. In 1958, Brazil won, beating Sweden. Host was Sweden. In 1962, Brazil won, beating Czechoslovakia. Host was Chile. In 1966, England won, beating West Germany. Host was England. In 1970, Brazil won, beating Italy. Host was Mexico. In 1974 West Germany won, beating Netherlands. Host was West Germany. In 1978 Argentina won, beating Netherlands. Host was Argentina. In 1982 Italy won, beating West Germany. Host was Spain. In 1986 Argentina won, beating West Germany. Host was Mexico. In 1990 West Germany won, beating Argentina. Host was Italy. In 1994 Brazil won, beating Italy. Host was USA. In 1998 France won, beating Brazil. Host was France. In 2002 Brazil won, beating Germany. Host was Korea and Japan. In 2006 Italy won, beating France. Host was Germany. In 2010 Spain won, beating Netherlands. Host was South Africa. In 2014 Germany won, beating Argentina. Host was Brazil. In 2018 France won, beating Croatia. Host was Russia. In 2022 Argentina won, beating France. Host was Qatar. So which team was the first to join the World Cup? The very first World Cup in 1930 had only 13 teams. From South America Uruguay, who were the hosts and winners, Argentina, Brazil, Bolivia, Chile, Paraguay and Peru. From Europe Belgium, France, Romania and Hungary. From North America Mexico and the United States. So Uruguay was both the host and the first champion of the very first World Cup. The World Cup has given us many unforgettable moments. In 1958 a 17-year-old boy named Pele became the youngest goalscorer in World Cup history. He led Brazil to their first title. In 1970 Brazil won their third title and kept the Jules Rimet Trophy forever. In 1986 Diego Maradona scored the famous Hand of God goal and the goal of the century for Argentina. In 1998 Zinedine Zidane scored 2 headers and France won their first World Cup. In 2014 Germany humiliated Brazil 7-1 in the semi-finals. In 2022 Lionel Messi finally won the World Cup. Argentina beat France in one of the greatest finals ever. Here are some surprising World Cup facts. Fact 1: Brazil is the only team to have played in all 22 World Cups. Fact 2: Italy and Germany have the same number of titles, 4 each. Fact 3: European teams have won 12 times, South American teams have won 10 times. Fact 4: No African or Asian team has ever won the World Cup yet. Fact 5: The 1950 World Cup didn't have a traditional final. The winner was decided by a final group stage round robin. Fact 6: England's only World Cup win was in 1966 when they hosted it at home. Fact 7: France, Germany, Brazil, Italy and Mexico have all hosted the World Cup twice. Fact 8: Germany's Miroslav Klose is the all-time top goal scorer with 16 goals. The next World Cup in 2026 will be very special. It will be hosted by 3 countries: United States, Canada and Mexico. For the first time 48 teams will play instead of 32. It will be the biggest World Cup ever. Let's quickly remember the champions. Brazil has 5 trophies. Brazil is the greatest World Cup team in history. They have the most titles and are the only team to play in every tournament. Italy has 4 trophies. Italy, the master of defense, has 4 titles. Germany has 4 trophies. Germany has 4 titles, 3 as West Germany and 1 as a united Germany. Argentina has 3 trophies. Argentina has 3 trophies. They are the current champions after winning in 2022. France has 2 trophies. France won in 1998 and 2018. Uruguay has 2 trophies. Uruguay won the very first World Cup in 1930 and again in 1950. England has 1 trophy. England's only World Cup win was in 1966 on home soil. Spain has 1 trophy. Spain won their only World Cup in 2010 with their famous tiki-taka style. So let's recap what we learned today. The FIFA World Cup started in 1930. It was created by Jules Rimet. The first World Cup was hosted by Uruguay. Only 13 teams played in the first tournament. The World Cup has been held every 4 years except during World War II. The number of teams grew from 13 to 48 in 2026. Only 8 countries have ever won the World Cup. Brazil has won the most 5 times. Italy and Germany have 4 titles each. Argentina has 3 titles and is the current champion. France and Uruguay have 2 titles each. England and Spain have 1 title each. The World Cup is the biggest football tournament on earth. Thank you for watching our video about the history of the FIFA World Cup. The World Cup is more than just a tournament, it brings the whole world together. People from every country cheer for their teams, friends and family gather to watch the games. It's the beautiful game at its best. Which country do you support in the World Cup? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos like this. See you in the next video, bye bye. Bonus fun quiz questions for the end. Let's test your knowledge. Question 1. Which country has won the most World Cups? Answer: Brazil with 5 titles. Question 2. Who created the World Cup? Answer: Jules Rimet. Question 3. Where was the first World Cup held? Answer: Uruguay in 1930. Question 4. How many countries have won the World Cup? Answer: only 8. Question 5. Who are the current champions? Answer: Argentina in 2022. The end.